Hi, I'm Joy. 2 weeks ago, I went to New York for work. If you have been watching my videos on this channel, you would remember that in the past, when I traveled, I would just leave my Tesla Model 3 parked at home and not plugged in for up to 32 days. However, in August, when I was booking this trip, I learned that Los Angeles International Airport has a project going on to install a total of 1,300 EV chargers throughout its parking garages, with 800 chargers already up and running. So I decided to give it a try and see how it works. According to the news, this project at LAX is one of the largest EV charging station programs in the United States. All 1,300 chargers should be installed and operational by the end of this year. The chargers are supplied by PowerFlex, a subsidiary of EDF, a French energy company. Total cost to use the charger includes a $2 connection fee and a 45 cents per kilowatt hour charging fee. This is all in addition to the parking fee at the garage. I want to mention that up until 2020, before COVID hit, LAX already had free level 2 chargers at a couple of terminals, and I have used them when I went to pick up friends. This was the first time I actually left my car parked at the airport for an extended period of time. I am a bit sad that the airport no longer offers free EV charging, but I understand there are a lot more EVs now in LA, so the airport needs to capitalize on the opportunity to generate revenue from EV charging. If you need to park at the airport for longer than a day, it is highly recommended that you book a spot online. I went to parking.flylax.com/EV to reserve my EV parking spot. Once you are on the website, enter the departure and arrival time and date, along with the airline you are flying on, and it will show you the closest parking garages with EV charging spaces available. You can also see how much you will be paying for parking. For my trip, I paid a total of $85 for 4 days to park at the garage. This came out to be around $21 per day. Once you made the reservation, you will receive a confirmation email along with a QR code for you to scan at the garage entrance. Before I arrived at the airport, I didn't know what to expect because I have never heard of PowerFlex chargers and have not had experience using it. When I walked up to the charger, I found out it's not as easy as plug and play like Tesla superchargers. I had to first download the PowerFlex app, set up the account, and transfer funds into the PowerFlex wallet before I could charge. Once you plug in, you have to use the app to scan the QR code on the charger to start the charging session. This whole process took me about 5 minutes to figure out and complete. I used the level 2 adapter that came with my Model 3 for the PowerFlex charger. Initially, when I tried to plug in, I realized that the charging cable was not long enough. I had to summon my car forward further until the tire hit the concrete block to be able to plug in. I hope PowerFlex can fix this issue in the future by installing longer cable. After my car was plugged in and I verified that the charging session has started, I ran for my gate. Because my car's state of charge was not low, pretty much after I arrived at my hotel in New York, my Model 3 was already charged to my normal 90%, and charging session was stopped. I want to mention that I left Sentry mode on while parked at the airport. As you remember from my Sentry mode battery drain test videos, enabling Sentry mode would drain my battery at about 1% every 3 to 4 hours, depending on how busy my car's surrounding is. I was able to remotely view my car's surrounding periodically during the trip by checking all the camera live feeds directly in the Tesla app. However, because of the heavy Sentry mode drain, my battery started to deplete during the 4 days that it was parked. One bad thing about the PowerFlex app is that there's no way for you to remotely start a charging session if the previous session had ended. The day I was leaving New York, I noticed that my battery had gone down from 90% to 84%. I wanted to charge my car back up to 90% before I flew back, but I couldn't do it since I could not scan the QR code of the charging station. I hope PowerFlex can fix this issue. So for those who have to park at the airport for weeks with Sentry mode enabled, they can restart their charging session remotely when the battery starts to drain. In the end, my total charging cost at the airport was just under $20, including the connection fee, which was not too bad. However, my overall LAX EV charging experience with PowerFlex was not great due to the fact that the charging cable needs to be longer and the app needs to give user the ability to start charging remotely. Until they address these issues, this is still a good solution for those that don't live near the airport and need to leave their EVs parked at the airport garages when they travel. For me personally, I don't think I will park my car long-term at the airport again while traveling. I'll keep on Ubering over. I hope this video has given you some useful information on charging at LAX parking garages. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time, and God bless.